Greetings, my dear friends. I'm happy to see you here. My name is Alex. Welcome to my channel. Alright guys, we have drawn up a nice CV and now let us think how to successfully pass a job interview. The interview stage is arguably the most important part of the job seeking process. It's when most employers make their hiring decisions. And the importance is amplified by the fact that for most job openings, only a small percentage of applicants are ever invited to interviews. It's all about standing out from a short list of other candidates who likely have on paper similar qualifications to you. But job interviews run both ways. They aren't just about potential employers learning more about you, they're also about you learning more about them. What's the point of succeeding at one aspect if you fail at the other? Being able to detect whether or not employment opportunities are right for you is just as important as potential employers being able to determine whether you are the right person for them. Besides, if you find out that you are not a good match for a particular opportunity, you can learn from the experience and pursue other jobs that might be better for you. New possibilities are always being created, which is why it's vital to know how to ace a job interview. You need a proven process that can give you an edge against the competition for every opportunity that you pursue. Each job interview is like an audition. How well you perform will depend on how well you prepare. Employers don't hire CVs, they hire whole persons, which means that you have to be able to demonstrate good character traits that complement your relevant skills and accomplishments. Performing well at interviews is often the key factor in landing the best jobs. If you're a salesman, job interview gives you a great opportunity to sell yourself, sell your knowledge and experience. The way you're selling yourself is most probably the way you will sell when you're hired. The way we present ourselves at job interview equals the way we present products of our employers. So basically, employer is a buyer, and the way you sell yourself most explicitly shows your overall selling style. The following job interview tips might help you to successfully pass a job interview and present yourself in the best possible light. So you have decided to go for a job interview, sales meeting where you are the seller of yourself and the recruiter is a buyer. First of all, try to do as much research as possible about the company. What are they selling? What are their markets? What are their customers? What events have they participated recently in? Expos, seminars, etc. The ultimate goal of conducting your research is to start figuring out how you might contribute to your potential employer's success. By the same token, research is also useful for getting a better sense of a company's work culture, management style, and what it values most. It's all information that serves a foundation for acing your actual interview. The more effort you put into advanced preparation, the better your chances will be at landing the job. It's true, you might not have much of a choice about when your interview will be. In most cases, however, a potential employer will give you some options, so it's a good idea to choose the day and time of your interview carefully. The last thing you want to end up with is a scheduling conflict that adds more stress to the process. Feeling rushed or worried about missing other commitments will only erode your confidence and focus. Ideally, you'll want to have plenty of time both before and after your interview. That way, you'll have a greater sense of calm as well as a buffer from your other obligations. I believe the best time to schedule any efficient meeting is between 9 and 11. In the morning, it is highly probable that you are one of the first issues to be attended to during the day. Because afterwards it is lunchtime, and after lunch we tend to be less active and less perceptive to new information and brainstorming challenges. After all, it's already the second half of the day and we're not that fresh as we are in the morning. So if a job interview or any other meeting is scheduled after 14, it means that there are more pressing issues to attend to and you are not in the top priority. So how long are job interviews? Typically, an interview will last at least 30 minutes if everything goes well, and many interviews last between 45 and 60 minutes. I believe that if you have managed to talk for more than 60 minutes, this is a clear indicator the recruiter is interested in you. Having discussed your previous job experience and knowledge, he might want to ask you about some project he encountered you as, for example, a competitor or a partner or dealer. He might also ask about customers, about different peculiar situations or cases that took place. In this case, consider your job interview well done and you have highly raised your chances of success. And of course, it is extremely important not to be late. Arriving 10 to 15 minutes before shows that the meeting is really important for you and you try your best not to miss it. Arriving in time also shows respect. This is why many people value this quality so much. Even if something happens and you are late, try to notify the recruiter. It also shows that in spite of the circumstances, you are doing your best to land this job. Dressing in an appropriate manner is an extremely important point. It depends on the industry you're working in, and since we're discussing sales, in my case machinery sales, I suggest the following guidelines. The main rule is quite simple. Do not dress extremely formal and do not dress extremely casual. By extremely formal, I mean a black suit, black tie and black shoes. Unless you're applying for a position in security or funeral service, try to avoid that look. I consider this type of look very formal and very dull. Sales is a creative process within boundaries of certain dress code, so try to find the right look. By extremely casual, I mean the look that does not show you are serious about this job. You are dressed in a relaxed manner, and in my opinion, this is a lack of respect towards the recruiter. So what I suggest is very simple. A dark blue or charcoal or simply grey or brown suit, white or light blue shirt, brown shoes and brown belt. These colors are in between very formal and casual. This is more, they express confidence, trustworthiness and leadership. But this guideline is not a must, and you can certainly implement other colors you deem to be reasonable. I advise you do not use bright colors like red, purple, yellow and light green, unless you are super professional any company is dreaming of. And one of the big things to understand about choosing what to wear for a job interview is that you don't have to look like a supermodel. You will have to deal with regular people, and being natural tends to be more attractive than artificial. So here you are, you finally managed to meet the recruiter. What happened during those first few minutes is vitally important. So even something as seemingly minor as how you respond to chit-chat about the weather could have a meaningful impact on your chances of success. Treat every bit of conversation as if a successful outcome depends on it, because it just might. You are both a wee bit tense, so try to start a small talk to get slightly relaxed and commence a conversation in a more casual manner. Say simple things like, "What a nice office," or "Thank you for finding time for the job interview," or "You have heard a lot of positive things about this company and super excited to be here." Setting off a conversation in a cheerful manner might gain attention of the recruiter. And then the best part begins. He wants to buy you with the best quality-price ratio, and deep inside fears the choice might be wrong. You are selling yourself with the best quality-price ratio, and deep inside fear you might fail. So try to give him what he wants. Present your best qualities, your best knowledge and experience. Strongly stress your advantages. Give him the idea he is dealing with a professional who will require investments, but in the long run will return a considerable profit. Present your successful cases, delicate or hard situations you managed to solve, and explain how you did it. Try to explain the vision of your future work, what plan you can implement to develop sales. One of the key points at job interview: talk only business. No one is interested in your relations with ex-colleagues or ex-employers. The recruiter needs only your experience, your ideas, know-how, and will consider if they are applicable to his business model. Also, try to speak the truth. We all work in narrow markets, and it is highly probable that the recruiter already knows you or had known before. This is why I do not advise to act like Mr. Know-it-all, as it shows you lack confidence and try to invent things which are not real. A very important aspect: look at the recruiter. Is he interested and excited, or is he trying to conceal yawning? Note whether the things you are talking about are interesting or do not present any value. Try to notice and underline what is really important for him. Our body gives off clear signs of interest. A gleam in the eyes, a direct look, even a nod, that all shows that you are holding his attention. If a recruiter is not yawning, not distracting his glance or looking at his watch, well, it means you're getting to the point. Once again, if the job interview lasted for more than 40 to 60 minutes, you're on the right track and the recruiter spent his time usefully and not wasted it. After you have discussed all the important issues, get back to the small talk. It doesn't really matter what it is all about. What matters is to get more relaxed and ease the tension of the main part of the interview. Starting a meeting is as important as ending it. I also advise to send a short thank you letter. Nothing in particular, just thank the recruiter for the interview and the dedicated time. This point is very important. You're a professional and presented yourself in the best possible manner. You gave the idea of how much you cost and what you can do for the company. The recruiter is also a professional, actually a professional buyer, and pointed out for himself whether you are the right person or not. The recruiter must call you back afterwards and inform on his decision. In case he does not do this, which I believe to be unprofessional, call or write yourself. But please, do it only once and do not exaggerate. If you call him every day and ask about decision, it means you are desperate for the job, and being desperate is unprofessional. You are a professional and control everything which is within your power. But whether to hire you or not is the recruiter's job. Try to respect it and you will see that the respect will be mutual. So basically this is all about passing a job interview. Naturally, there are tons of things to discuss and a book might be written on the topic. I just wanted to outline the major points, but there is infinite space for improvement. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I also welcome you to put a like or a dislike for this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Last but not least, I strongly believe that with the right plan, even an imperceptible penny might return a ponderable pound.